As far as revenue goes, that ranges between $10,000 to $15,000 to $18,000 per month.
Our first year, we're making about $2,000 to $3,000 a month. And after a year later, now we're making about $25,000 to $30,000 a month.
Our very best day, I want to say we made about $1,200 per day. Our best week was about $2,300, and our best month was $8,000 entirely.
You really do not need that much money to get started. If you have a budget of $300 or $500, that's enough to buy the bare essentials to do the most basic services to get the ball rolling. Hey, I'm Oscar. I'm the owner of R3 Auto Detailing based out of Houston, Texas. I started my detailing business all the way back in 2011. So I've been in business now for over 10 years. 2 years ago, we moved into a shop. The decision of getting a shop is just because as we were mobile detailing, time and time again, we were like, man, it makes so much more sense if we could just have a shop to do corrections and coding. Now we're like 85% shop-based. One big learning curve was when we first got the shop, we were booking just about everything. We'd go mobile, we would book small jobs. And over time we realized like, yeah, it's not worth it to go mobile just for $120. Like if we're gonna do that service, it needs to come to the shop now. I first started off in my 2003 Toyota Matrix XRS. From there, I upgraded to a 2014 HHR panel, and I was mobile in this for around 7 years. Now, keep in mind is that over time, your business will evolve. So it's not like we just started off with the best of the best. So now we have a 2015 Ram ProMaster, and this is what gets us around when we go mobile. Here's the thing, look, having this big van with this big setup, it looks cool, it looks fancy, but I started off in my personal vehicle with a very small budget with very few tools and products. So buy what you can afford, grow your business, and over time, little by little, you'll make the upgrades to wherever you want to be.
My name is Giancarlo Villafuerte, and I'm the owner of Revive Auto Detail, and I'm based here in the Bay Area. When we started Revive Auto Detail, we started with a sedan setup, and then we decided to film it, make a video. How did we start our mobile detailing business using our personal car? We have a water tank right here. It's a 33-gallon water tank. You can do like up to 3 vehicles with this without a problem. And then people are asking, oh, where did you get that setup? Or how did you do it? Can we buy it from you? Can you do mine? That's why I decided to start building setups for other people who wants to start their mobile detailing business. I would say that the detailing setups business is more profitable than the services. The percentage right now is about 75% of the business, and the 25% is just the services. I have my workshop here in my house. I work from home. Starting a business is really important. Like save the money that as much as you can instead of spending everything out there.
My name is Randy Roblero. I am the owner of Beyond Limits of Palm Beach, a car detailing company based out of West Palm Beach, Florida. So in high school, when I was about in 11th grade, I actually got my first ever car, and my dad actually gifted it to me. And from that moment, I knew it was my car, so I wanted to make it look as nice as possible. And from there, the passion of car detailing grew into me. So unfortunately, my father passed away about 2 years ago. He was the main breadwinner of the house, and me being 22 years old, I had to step up my game, get as much detailing jobs as possible, make as much money as possible. It fell on me really to be the breadwinner to provide financial stability for the family. My father got to at least see me when I first started out detailing with my very first leads and very first customers, and he noticed that I was taking it serious. He told me I was doing a good job. And really, that inspired me even more from the very beginning to just keep on going.
If you're looking to start your detailing business, you really do not need that much money to get started. So that might look like buying a bucket, a wash mitt, a drying towel, a few chemicals, and maybe a few brushes to clean the wheels and tires. If you have a budget of $300 or $500, that's enough to buy the bare essentials to do the most basic services to get the ball rolling.
Right now, we're at a big box store. I'm gonna be going inside and show you what some of the best tools and equipment you will need to start car detailing right away. Right off the bat, here's an electrical pressure washer from Ryobi. It's 1800 PSI and it's only $88. In the garden center section, you'll be able to find a garden hose, and I would recommend you to go for a heavy duty 100-foot hose just to be safe when you're at a customer location. You may never know where your water spigot may be at. You want to get a heavy duty 100-foot hose, which here costs $50. This right here is a super essential tool in the car detailing community. This is your shop vac. This exact one right here is the actual industry favorite. So this one right here is $99. I would also recommend these professional spray bottles. They are roughly $3.50.
So we're here, guys, at the detailing supply store. They have everything here. When I started, I grabbed all the basic stuff. They have this one, which is the shampoo that I use for the exterior. I also find out this paint coating surface prep. Also, you can use this for the glass cleaning. The best interior cleaner is the express cleaner. They have it on the ready to use bottle. After washing the car, of course, you want some gloss, you have some shine to it. I use Bead Maker. They give really good shine and also protection up to 3 months. So it's really good to have a good relationship with the company. At the beginning, you're gonna have a lot of questions about the chemicals, which one is better and what to use on what job. You can always ask them.
I got my first customers off of social media. So when I started my detailing business, I created an Instagram as well as a Facebook account. I personally promote it as much as possible.
So the first way I got my customer was through friends and family members.
This is actually my sister's vehicle. This is one of the people who trusted me at the beginning. Even though she's my sister, we still do a professional job. We still do everything. We didn't skip any steps. You know, it's still a customer, and also she will bring me more customer in the future.
Okay, so you want to do 2 vehicles? All right, sounds awesome.
So literally, just the way you answer the phone with a happy tone, with an enthusiastic tone is much better than what most people or how most people answer the phone. So if we say we're gonna call the customer back at 1 o'clock, we call the customer back at 1 o'clock. If we are gonna be late by 15 minutes, we're gonna let the customer know that we're late by 15 minutes. So staying in constant communication, letting the customer know the process, what the next steps are. Like, it sounds very basic, but those are the things that really help us stand apart from all the other competition.
Hello?
So this might be a stupid question, but so I'm filling up my water tank, but the tank is kind of like expanded.
You have to open the vent when you're filling up and when you're using the water tank. You only close that vent when you're moving the vehicle.
You think I should open it right now?
Yeah, open it so the air can come out. Ooh, I can hear that.
Okay. I was like, bro, like, why is expanded like this?
When you're cleaning vehicles, make sure it's open so you know the air can come in. Call me anytime, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's a previous customer on detailing setups. I told all my customers that they can call me anytime, even if I'm working. You know, it's like a 24/7 support for all my customers, you know.
Even to today, 85% of our customers come through our website. Once I ranked my website on the first page of Google back in 2015, 2016, that's when everything changed and my business took off. And since then, I mean, the phone and email just keep on blowing up every single day. Stop. Yeah, look, he booked the 2 customers this morning when he went over there. Yeah. So the way that I did it was by using SEO, search engine optimization. This is the free method of marketing. If you change some things around on your website, if you optimize for specific keywords and cities, over time, you can go up from page 17 to page 14 to page 1. And the higher you can get up on that first page, the better results you'll get.
One of like the biggest investment that I did on this business is the wrapping my personal vehicle. It cost me around $1,500, which is pretty much all my profit from my first month. Even I'm driving on the highway, people are calling me because of this. It costs money, but it will bring you a lot of money.
This wrap on my van was $2,000, and I like it because it's pretty much a moving billboard. Everywhere I go, everybody can see it, and it's pretty much with all of my information, whether they want to look at my Facebook, my Instagram, or just my phone number to get in contact with me for a detailing service.
Revive Auto Detail don't have business cards. We use flyering. On the flyers, it will give you the list of all the jobs that you're gonna do on their vehicles and also the pricing, all the contact information, which is your phone number, your email, your website. This saves you time talking to the customer, explaining what services and all that stuff.
Some marketing mistakes would probably have to be when I ran paid online ads in the very beginning. It may seem simple to run an online campaign ad. It's really not. So if you don't happen to know what you're doing down to the little details, you can happen to just be wasting your money with no return on your investment. Right now, I am actually fixing to work with a digital marketing company to rank me #1 on Google organically, which will have a cost around $400 on a monthly basis.
We do spend around $800 a month in Google Ads, specifically to generate vinyl wrap leads. A typical full wrap job should range between like $2,000 to $4,000. So if you're able to book 1 or 2 jobs a month, that easily pays for the ads.
On ads, Revive Auto Detail only spend $1 a day. I only run an ad in Facebook where you only target a certain area. For me, it brings around 2 to 3 customers a month, which is, you only spend $30 on ads and it brings you a few hundreds in the business.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, make sure you like that button. All right, last time. Some marketing efforts that has worked for me for social media would consist of posting a lot of before and after pictures of your work, or even funny skits on social media, and really just being consistent with your uploads. I've had customers tell me they were sold versus competitors by simply seeing my videos on Instagram showcasing my work.
My name is Jan and I am Gian's brother. We have released how-to videos on how to make the rigs for yourself if you don't want to order from us. We also teach you on how to detail properly. For us to get traction on social media without having to do much advertising, we use a lot of hashtags and we also tag a lot of companies that we use, which allows us to get a broader audience.
I started posting on YouTube back in 2015, and I didn't get any help until I think maybe around a year ago to help me with some of the content that I was creating. So this is primarily for detail group content. So that's like the educational side that I have. Now, if you want to run a detailing business, but you're solely acting as a content creator and you're more focused on just like getting Instagram clips and YouTube clips, your mentality is much different. So for instance, many years ago on YouTube, I was creating that satisfying ASMR style videos and they would get great views. I mean, millions of views. Now, one thing that I didn't like was the comments and the kind of viewership that I was getting. It wasn't attracting the right kind of audience that I wanted. So I stopped making that content. So I was okay with leaving the high views and high engagement to create the content that I actually wanted to do that would attract the kind of audience that I wanted to build. So that's a perfect example of like, if you want to charge $2,000 for a correction and coating, if you want to charge $900 for an interior cleaning, you have to find customers that can afford that level of service. A lot of content you see online, although it might seem fantastic, it might seem great, it might see, a crazy transformation, they're probably not charging what an actual detailing business would. There's nothing wrong with that, but you really have to be clear on what kind of detailer do you want to be. If someone just wants the most basic wash, they can go to a car wash down the street and pay 25 bucks a month for unlimited washes, right? That customer wants that kind of wash. But there's other customers that want to make sure that they're getting a proper wash where they're not going to add any swirls or scratches to the paintwork because they want to keep their paint flawless. So that kind of customer is more than happy to pay $50, $60, $80, $100 for the wash, depending on the size and such of the vehicle, to make sure it's maintained properly.
A good thing about having your details real close to each other is that you can do them back to back, saving you time and gas. On the Toyota Camry, we performed a premium wash, which is a maintenance interior and exterior detail. That job was $120. On the Ford Mustang, we performed a deluxe detail, which is pretty much a deeper cleaning on the inside. And on the exterior, we performed a clay bar treatment as well as added a wax. That job was $250. Clay bar treatment consists of removing all of the contaminants that the regular wash couldn't take off by itself. So that's why we're gonna follow up with a clay mitt or a clay bar and remove all of the contaminants bonded on the paint. I have increased my rates over time since in the very beginning, I was charging very low. I knew that I would lose some customers along the way, which was super understandable. Some customers actually even agreed that I was doing the right thing because I was charging way too low before. And that itself gave me a wake-up call and reassurance I was doing the right thing.
So when it comes to pricing jobs, the 3 main factors we look at is the size of the vehicle, the condition of the vehicle, and what the customer wants. For instance, on this Toyota Tundra that we have in the shop, the price range for just the interior was between $240 to $280. On the exterior, it's getting a correction and coating. That's going to be $1,600. It should be done over 2 or 3 days. Now, the reason why the exterior is that expensive is one, there's a lot of water spots on there, so it's gonna take us a bit more time than usual to polish all of those off. And then 2, it is getting a ceramic coating, so those are always priced higher. As far as the highest level of protection that we can offer via a chemical would be a ceramic coating. And a lot of customers kind of are better educated now than they were 5 years ago on what protection is. So a lot of customers that come to us asking for the best form of protection typically want a ceramic coating installed as well. We don't want our schedule fully booked out with a bunch of small jobs, right? We don't need 10 details that are just a premium wash and a mini interior detail. Like, that's not our goal. So that's another reason why we charge higher, because like we'd rather focus our efforts on other services that yield a higher return than the smaller jobs.
My first detail took me 4 hours. It's just me learning how to do the business. Before, I really charged low starting the business. That was like my first mistake. I do multiple stuff now. I do the mobile detailing service, and also I do the mobile detailing setups. Revive Auto Detail can make any setups. Just give us the dimension of your vehicle. We're gonna make it just for that vehicle. We have a water tank right here. It's a 33-gallon water tank. I have my pressure washer hose reel right here. And also we have the air hose reel right here for your Tornador. Is really good tool for your carpets. All right, that's where all the big machines are. I have the air compressor on the floor. I have the generator, the vacuum. Detailers will be like, oh, he's a detailer, but his car is dirty. That's how busy I am, okay? For the sedan setup, the pricing is $2,700 for the truck, and SUV, the average price is about like $3 to $4 grand with the mobile detailing setups. All right, so we just finished a setup for a Ford Transit high ceiling. This one goes in Texas, so it's ready for painting. It's already sanded and degreased. I think we're gonna finish it today and then ship it on Friday.
I only have 1 employee, but knowing when you can afford to hire someone really comes down to sitting down and crunching down all the numbers, thinking how the addition of a person would help in terms of bringing in more work for the company. So George, who's a good friend of mine, I've known him my entire life almost. One day I actually had a big job and needed an extra hand, so I asked George if he was able to come with me. And from that moment, we've just been detailing ever since. I can only hope to continue to grow and maybe expand as time goes by with more vans and more employees. But for now, I have to take it step by step and not force or rush anything.
We've been doing Revive Auto Detail for almost 2 years now. It's a family business, you know, in terms of having a help on big jobs, also scheduling. My wife is there to help me manage it.
So my first hire was when I finally ranked my website on the first page of Google back in 2015, 2016. And the lead and customers just started coming in. After a few months, I realized like I could keep on booking out the schedule, but I can't maintain actually servicing all the customers. So at that point, I hired my first part-time employee. And at that point, it was literally my cousin and I was paying him cash. Like, it was the most basic, like, hey, I just need some help. Can you come help me a few days out of the week? Right now, we are a team of basically 4. When it comes to hiring employees, this is really dependent on where you are with your business and what are your goals. Can you stay solo your entire career in business? Like, absolutely. For us, like, we're not always trying to just expand the team just because we want to expand the team. I'd rather have a much smaller team that everyone has, you know, enjoys the work, works hard, that the work culture here is like at the absolute highest that it can be. So a big topic is always like retaining employees. Like, oh, I can't find any good workers. My rebuttal to that is like, do you have a place that a great person would want to work at? You need to make it a two-way street of like, of course I'm paying you to help me, to do your best here. But also in return, like, if there's any way that we can help facilitate growth or help them build a new skill to help them in the future, like, that's what I'm totally for.